to Staying In For A Pint. This is Ethan.
And that's Kieran.
And today we are reviewing what is called Crush, a modern Pilsner from... I was trying to say it better than you did last week. Mobberley Brew House.
Yeah, I got it this week.
I've just guessed it, to be honest.
It's 4.4%.
Yep.
It's very similar style to last week's can. And I say just crack into it straight away.
Yeah.
Let's see what it's like.
Oh!
That's 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row.
Might as well be a meme now.
Yeah. We want a Reddit page. Right, here we go. Pour it out.
Don't think I have the fan base for the Reddit page.
No. 3 upvotes, that's all it takes. It's a lot lighter. It looks
yeah,
like.
really light. Did this one even fall over?
Yes, that one did fall over. I think there's a cat outside. Just made a very strange noise. Oh no.
I do like the look of it.
Oh no.
Because it's a Pilsner.
No, it's too white.
You don't like Pilsners, do you?
I do like Pilsners. Just not all Pilsners. Alright, I'm ready to try it. Have you tried it?
I've had a sip of the froth.
Right, chin chin.
Chin chin. It's hard to say. I don't think there's much special about it. I don't see anything or taste anything special about it. You're desperate for there to be something special about it.
You put me in a German beer garden,
Okay.
I'll drink that all day.
Do you not like German beer or something?
What?
Do you not like German beer or something?
No, I love German beer.
Well, why would you have that against German beer?
Because that's what German beer tastes like.
Does it?
That tastes like a German Pilsner.
Doesn't to me.
I would sit and drink that all day in a beer garden, to be fair.
I can't taste anything special.
There's nothing special about it, it's just really refreshing. It's just the wrong season that we're drinking it. Yeah.
It's quite similar to the previous one from last week.
And the week before.
Yeah.
All very similar beers that we bought from the same place. Whose fault's that? That come on camera. Yeah, I was trying to look at the sell-by date on the bottom, but...
That's the wrong can. It's that one.
Best before June.
June this year or June last year?
This one's June this year. This one...
Is it? What does it say?
June this year.
Yeah.
So,
They've given us out of date beer.
they have, no wonder it was reduced. Yeah, as I said, in a beer garden, I'd probably happily drink it.
It's a nice beer, it's just there's not much...
There's not much substance to it. It's just quite plain, quite bland.
Yeah.
It's tasty, in the sense that I could sit there and drink it for a day.
I could be happily to drink it in the sun.
Yeah.
But...
It's the wrong season.
Yeah, and there's nothing that stands out from any
No,
other
but
beer.
you could sit there and you could drink that all day. Easy. Because it's so easy to drink.
I think from the previous three... so
All three that we've bought together.
Yeah. This one now is the best, in my opinion.
It's nicer.
Because Gunslinger, there was nothing to it.
With just a very big nose on it.
Yeah.
The second one was Playback.
That was quite citrusy, but then again, nothing special about it.
Yeah.
And now this one is just a bit better than that one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would 100% agree. What are you giving it out of 5?
So the previous week I gave it a 2, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 2 as well.
Okay.
I would give it a 2.25, but in my opinion, that's a big leap.
Yeah. That's the same reason why this, for me, is still a 1.5. All 3 of them were very similar. Therefore, I'm just going to give them all the same. Even though this one is marginally better than the last one, which was marginally better than the one before.
I would, with my gradings, I would give Gunsling, I would give all of them the same one, but this one and the other
Playback.
Yeah, are really similar.
Yeah.
Pardon me. So I can't distinguish any taste or anything better or worse than the other one. So
Yeah.
I want to give it a different grade because I want to distinguish them, but I can't.
No,
It's
that's
just
understandable.
much slighter hint of citrus than the other one, or it's either much stronger. Because how much alcohol is in this? How strong
This
is it?
one is
It's green, isn't it?
4.4. The last one was 5.2, and the one before that was 4.7.
So even though this is weaker than the first one,
It's tastier.
just because it has better taste, yeah.
As I said, I wouldn't choose to drink this unless I was in a really hot place in a beer garden which didn't have their own local stuff on. Then this would be what I'd go for. I can imagine sitting in a German beer garden having this and a pretzel and a bratwurst.
I like that it's light.
It's very easy
I
to
like
drink.
the look of it, and yeah, it's a nice taste. But apart from that, there's nothing that makes me think, if I was in a pub, I would buy this again.
No, I would 100%.
Unless there was like things that were worse than that, then I would keep drinking this.
Yeah.
But if it was against something much better, then I mean, obviously that's a given. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's a shame that all 3 of those beers have been very similar. Not only in flavour but also in quality. That's the thing. We're not going to be biased with any of them.
No,
it might came across the other week that I was biased. Well, the other month now because we had to take that break with the Torside stuff.
Yeah.
But it was just far superior in my opinion.
I can confirm that you weren't that biased because you've had Torside in the past, but I hadn't.
Yeah.
And I tried it for the first time, and it was just as you described.
Yeah. Whereas these ones have been bog standard.
I remember walking back from the brewery in Preston.
Yeah.
And we were really excited because we had a good offer of a lot of beers. We had the is it Voodoo?
Yeah, and which came out 4 weeks ago now.
Yeah. We had those from the
We
same
had
place.
the Summer Saison, which came out that same week.
The bottled drinks were far better than the canned drinks.
Those larger bottles as well, not
Yeah.
the Summer Saison one,
No,
the Hoodoo
they were
and
okay, but the Hoodoo and the one that you had.
the Primus
Yes.
were
much
incredible.
better. Probably because they were in date.
Yeah.
But
they were full price. We didn't get a discount on those ones.
These ones, there you go.
Yeah.
These ones have really disappointed me.
Yeah.
Because I thought we didn't really know any breweries in Preston where we are.
No.
So I was really happy to find one, and I thought this was going to be promising.
Yeah.
But
see, the issue we made was we went into that shop and we didn't buy their beer.
No, we bought
other breweries' beers. Beer Brothers is a brilliant brewery because I've had several of theirs. The vinyl always has them on. If we do another one from there, we will buy actual beer from actual breweries in date.
Yeah, I think when we go back to the place, if we go back to the place, depending on coronavirus.
It'll be after January.
Yeah, definitely after the new year.
Yeah.
We will just definitely get their brewed beer.
Yeah.
Because
we got to try their beer.
Yeah, and coming back to when you said we aren't being biased.
Yeah.
We, apart from Torside,
we don't
have any connections anywhere.
No.
We just like drinking beer.
Exactly.
And rating it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We're not going to turn around. You could send us. Let's say a random brewery's watching this. Let's say Farmyard Brewery's watching this.
Right.
And they send us a box of beer. We're not going to turn around and go, "This is incredible. This is incredible." If we don't like the beer,
how it is.
We'll tell you. There's no point lying about it.
No.
We got nothing to lose. We're just here as a break from work.
We're just two students who just want to rate beers, good or bad.
Yeah, and if people want to watch it, people want to watch
until
it.
we've tried it. But it's just either entertaining for us, or entertaining for you if you're watching or not, and that's how it is.
Do you know what it really is?
What?
An excuse for us to drink.
Yeah, exactly. It's just we're sad people that can only drink in front of a camera.
Exactly, and sadly, we've moved away from the podcast setup for now.
Yeah.
On the basis that there isn't much to talk about. It's coming up to Christmas as well, so actually, by the time you watch this, we'll have gone home.
Yes.
We're hoping to get one more in to come out around Christmas if we can find a beer that suits us. If not, there won't be. It will come up on the Instagram if there won't be one that week leading up to Christmas. There's also possibilities of over Christmas. Who knows? We might decide to you get a beer, I get a beer. We might decide to review it online and talk to each other about them. There's that's a that can happen if we want it to happen. We have got the ability to do that.
Yeah.
But that again isn't a given at this point in time.
It's all up in the air.
It's all up in the air.
And depending on what happens with coronavirus in the new year, we might be able to have guests.
We have got some guests lined up if we can do it.
And they are more experienced than us in
podcasts.
YouTube, basically.
Exactly. And we'll be going over there and we'll be having a very, very good evening.
Yes.
We'll have some nice beers to rate and then the rest of the night we'll be waffling. However, like we were on the first one.
We aren't saying this is definitely going to happen.
No.
Like life itself, it's up in the air.
Yeah. We've got to take each day as it comes and hopefully the situation in the area will get better. And who knows, we have promised that by the time coronavirus is eased and it's all safe to do so, we'll be doing an actual video where we leave the house. And we go out to the pub and we will taste the beer and rate the beer as we're out and about. And it'll be...
Sean would let us do that?
Sean, every pub would let us do that.
Oh, fair enough.
Who knows, we might get our guest from the podcast to come along as well. That would be a good evening, I reckon. It'd be a very good evening, that actually.
I just can't wait to waffle, which is what we're doing right now.
Exactly, and this is what the podcast was meant to be.
I want to rate a beer, talk about it, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter and then just talk about anything that's on your mind.
Exactly, but the issue that we've got is that we're having to record these in advance, so can't talk about topics that have happened.
I want to talk about things that have happened in the past, sporting wise, and other things that had happened, but it's hard because
it was a month ago now.
It was a month ago, and also it's crazy. It's a bit hard, but yeah. For now, we're just rating beers. I wish we could just rate a beer like every single day.
Well, if we'd bought one of the advent calendar beers, that's exactly what we'd have done. We'd have rated a beer every single day. If only this was second year, we'd now have a plan for third year. But that's the way it is. This has been longer than the last 2 episodes.
Yes, because we're waffled.
This is probably going to be a 15-minute video at this point in time.
Yeah.
So I hope you're still here. If you're still here, then you're an OG, aren't you? But
one of the only OGs.
Yeah, one of the 4 that watch.
2 of them being your parents.
But yeah, we will. You'll keep the Instagram up to date.
Definitely. If I'm not, you'll keep me in check, which will be definitely.
Yeah. With what's happening, videos. Obviously, the last 4 weeks have been consistent.
Yep.
Touch wood. That they've been up.
Yeah.
I
think after Christmas and after New Year, when we get back, depending on what date that is, we will try and keep it consistent, but we can't
guarantee it.
Yeah, because
uni comes first.
Yeah, but
we have got plans for when coronavirus is eased as well.
Yeah, I think that once we've done this video, we can chat and maybe talk about not scheduling or whatever for after Christmas, but trying to keep it consistent. And if there is work that we need to do that will obviously be more important than the video,
Yeah.
then we will just put a post out saying,
Yeah, sorry, no video this week.
Yeah.
We're a bit busy. As we said, we've got the out and about video stored up in our heads.
Yeah.
We know which pubs we'd go to. We don't know what beers we'd rate, but we know what pub we'd go to, and we know who we would invite along. And if you're actually watching, Matt, Jacob, George, you will.
Anyone else watching?
you will know that you're going to be dragged by your ears.
We can't stop talking about it.
On that
you
night.
Can't.
I'm so excited for that.
And then you bring it up to me, and they're like, oh.
Exactly. So that'll be a really good video, and then the podcast will be back when we can have guests.
Yeah.
And when we've got enough stuff to do it and enough to talk about.
For now, we're on Plan B.
Exactly. You know, by the time we get around to the podcast, it might have been a year since we've seen the people that we want to do an episode with. So we'll have a whole year of coronavirus stories to talk about. You know, it'll be good. We've just got to hope that this Christmas is going to prove whether this channel can carry on. This Christmas, if we turn around,
carry on.
But after uni.
Oh yeah.
This Christmas will prove, because we can turn around and go, I'm going to call you. We're going to set up a Skype or something and record the screen. And then we'll be able to actually have the...
Oh, you mean
we can do it online.
Online? Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And we can both have different beers and we can discuss those beers separately. And that will prove whether this channel can continue past uni or not.
Yeah.
I think that will be the either making or the breaking, and it will prove whether this channel is going to continue after uni or whether it's just going to be
a one-time thing.
A one for the year.
Yeah.
Until April, when it all ends.
Don't get me too.
No, I'll try not to. But we will definitely get guests on.
Yeah. Without a doubt. We will try and get guests.
Matt, Jacob, George. We're gonna get.
Just spoil it now.
Oh, I've already coughed the names. The Jacob and Matt are also both in the associated channels on the channel. So please go check them out. I'd quite like to get Eve on it at some point.
Yeah, if she'd like to.
Try and get her to drink something other than Carlsberg and Carling.
Definitely. I mean, you've got me drinking this so that you can get her drinking it.
Exactly. There's so many other people that we could get on here.
The ideas that we've had
are so much better than what we've managed to put out.
Yeah, because we've been restricted to doing so little.
Exactly. You know, we've had you having coronavirus symptoms and having to isolate halfway through a video. We've had issues that's gone on with me and my personal life, which we haven't been able to, which stopped us from making a video for a few weeks. Mm-hmm. You know, in between you having symptoms and me going home, we've been bunged under with work. I know after Christmas my work schedule eases up after the second week of the new year. So I know from then on I can sort of...
Yeah.
I don't mind spending an hour in an evening.
Once the assignments... Like, each time we get an assignment, we can still do podcasts if we want.
Exactly.
But then once it's near the deadline for each assignment...
That comes first.
Then, if it was like... If there was... Because we try and do one episode a week, don't we?
Yeah.
If we want to do one episode on one such day and it's near the deadline of that assignment, then it's a no-go. No. Because...
If we haven't already finished the assignment... and we haven't done the video earlier, and we haven't already thought about that, then there's no point. Because we can film 5 weeks worth of footage in 5 days. Yeah. 3 days, if we wanted to.
Yeah, definitely.
It would just mean that by the time we get around to the 5th week's worth of footage, our palates are probably ruined. Yeah. And we're probably not, you're probably not thinking straight.
I'm probably not walking straight.
Probably true. But... That's the beauty of what we're doing. We're not...
Before we end this video,
Yes.
I have a question.
Go on.
For you, and then you can ask me as well about the channel in general.
Okay.
With the plans we have for the future, what are you most excited for?
I'm most excited for Matt, Jacob, and George to come out with us around Preston. Pub crawl, reviewing the beers as we go. And then, do you know what I'm most excited about?
Go on.
Episode 2 of that, around Manchester. I'm very, very excited to be able to have that.
You brought music to my ears.
Exactly. Those, to me, are the best ideas that we've thought of.
If I could rate that, that'd be a 5.
That's the only 5 out of 5 I'm ever going to give on this channel. To me, that's the best. I think from what we've started with having a podcast which just reviews the beer now and again, every week, and we just review a simple beer and we give our honest opinion.
Yeah.
Being able to go, right, we're no longer confined to these 4 walls. We can now go out and we can actually sit in a bar and we can go, right, let's put the camera on, 5 minutes, talk about what you actually are tasting right now.
I'm going to be so happy when we can do a podcast about beer in a non-virtual pub, because we tried to make this out as a virtual online pub.
Yeah.
Which we've just got a bar or a table.
We've got a table with drinks and glasses on.
And that's all we can do.
And fancy lights.
But, yeah, in our favourite pub in Preston.
We will hope that we can get in there and do... We were really hoping that during lockdown...
We've got like an 80 or 90% chance of us having a few episodes in there.
I'm a bit sceptical of that. I was hoping that during lockdown, if we were able to do any episodes in there...
It's because it's during lockdown now, isn't it?
Then there would be nobody in there, so he would go, yeah, sure. Whereas if we were doing an actual podcast, it would have to be closed and only we could be in there, so it was quiet. Whereas I reckon we could go into the pub and actually just do a 5-minute video of us sitting in a corner reviewing the beer.
Yeah, that's what
I reckon that's more...
realistic
than us shutting the pub down.
I didn't mean like a 45-minute video. Right. I meant like a short, like this is a beer review, or this is meant to be now. Yeah, a beer review.
This is now 20 odd minutes long.
Well, whatever happens, isn't it?
Well, for the first time in 4 weeks.
Yeah, we've finished it.
We've finished our glasses.
You know why that is? Because we're waffling.
We'll
waffle when the future is better.
Yeah, and hopefully, in the new year,
we'll have better beers.
We'll have better beers. We will definitely be doing a proper order of beers. I think if it comes to it, we'll save a bit of Christmas money. We'll save a bit of student loan.
Furlough.
You're on furlough, and we will just turn around and go, you know what? I don't mind spending £3 on a bottle of beer.
Yeah.
And get one decent bottle of beer in a week.
Fancy beers.
We saw some the other day for £18.
Yeah.
But as we said, stay alert on the Instagram for a possibility of these lights going red for a Christmas special.
Stay safe in general. Have a good Christmas.
Exactly. If we don't see you before Christmas, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We will hopefully try and do one episode over the Christmas holidays. We've got 3 weeks to get one in.
And try and explore your palates like we have.
Exactly. Get some decent beers in over Christmas. If you don't only drink lagers, start off with your IPAs and your pale ales.
Before this channel existed, 2 years ago, I was only drinking lager. I was drinking Foster's, Carlsberg and Carling. And they were all the same to me, slight differences. And then I met this guy, and he was there like, have this.
Exactly.
And it's just step by step, and I'm now judging beers.
Exactly. So if you only drink lager, start off with your IPAs, with your pale ales, and then you've got 3-4 weeks of Christmas. Right? You're off for 2 weeks minimum if you're underage drinking, so don't do that. If you're 18 or over, you've more than likely got 3 weeks. Start off with an IPAs and pale ales in that first week.
If you're not sure which ones to drink, look on the Instagram page or the Untapped account.
Exactly. Check our Untapped in the description. That's got all the beers we've drank. Try those. Just go into your shop.
I would say don't try the previous 3 weeks I've had, but that's just a bit... No, I'm not going to say that.
I mean, try them. Try them because they are different.
See what you think about them. See if they're better than what we rated them.
This is what I'm going to recommend. If you drink lager, Start off IPAs.
Yes.
Very, very clean beer. Yeah, this is your 3-week plan
similar
over Christmas. It's quite similar. It's just not as gassy.
No.
Then move on to your IPAs. That give you that little gassy flavour back in the back. Yeah. There's 3 or 4 different type of IPAs. You got your APAs, your EPAs, your IPAs.
West Coast PAs.
You got your West Coast Pale Ales.
Wherever they're from.
Yeah, you've got all of them to try. That's 4 different of those to try. Yeah. Then you're looking at moving on towards your amber ales, your gold beers. Try those. They're going to be much more bitter and are much more difficult on your palate. We haven't really got onto that yet.
Yeah. But
when this turns off, he'll be having a gold ale. He doesn't know it yet. Well, now he does, but he's going to have a gold beer this evening. Yeah. Once you've had that,
first reaction right now, and I'm a bit shocked. I'm confused.
once you've gone through the gold stage, then I want you to move on to your ambers. And once you've had your ambers, at that point you're getting towards your darker beers. Yeah. At that point, try if you can get hold of a dark IPA or a black IPA, as they're called. Have a look at them, because you'll probably enjoy those more than going straight in at a porter or a stout. And who knows? By the end of the Christmas holidays, you could be enjoying a porter, a stout, or a black IPA.
I don't think we're going that far in 3 weeks.
Well, who knows? You could be having a couple of beers in every night over the holidays, and you could just progress quickly.
The list and journey from Ethan Williams.
Exactly. There you go. That's my recommendation for your plan if you want to progress down the real ales and down the craft ales sort of side of things. Have a look in your town. See if you've got any local microbreweries, nano breweries, or bigger breweries.
I would recommend, with the things we're going through at the minute, if you're in tier 1 or tier 2, support your local pub and brewery. Or even if you're in tier 3, you can get deliveries from your local brewery.
Do so.
Yeah, because throughout this whole pandemic,
they've struggled.
Everyone struggled, including the breweries, which haven't been outlined.
No, the
They're
breweries.
just a local business, aren't they?
Yeah.
But you can find there's loads of them online.
They're everywhere.
We were looking a few weeks ago at beers, and there was brew this and brew that with names and everything.
Exactly.
But
try and stay away from Flavorly, Beer 52.
Stay away from Flavorly. What?
I know we've got Flavorly glasses, but we were running out of beer.
Yeah.
Flavorly, Beer 52, Beer Hawk, places like
Not
that.
We don't like you.
No, but you've just got to support your
local stuff.
Because the more local that you support, the better the beer's going to be, because they're going to improve. Yeah. They're going to get feedback. For all we know, Beer Brothers could watch this, turn around and go, that beer we saw 3 weeks ago from that they reviewed, it wasn't really working. We know what we need to change. We know what we need to do there. Just try your local beers and just get a big set. Try all the different ones.
This is a proper chant from us before we go on a break.
Yeah.
Because we're waffling. I thought we were waffling before, but it is more than waffling.
And if we do have a Christmas special, it will literally be like a 5-minute video, and we will just talk about the beer that we're drinking, and then we'll say Merry Christmas, and that'll be it.
We are searching for Christmas beers, and it is hard, because we looked a few weeks ago, and there wasn't many. There was a few, but none that took our liking.
And if they did, they weren't going to arrive in time for us before we left. But that's on the microphone.
Well, I need the toilet, guys. So you might have to cut this short after waffling so long.
And that means that it is time to end. Glasses are empty. We've already said that once.
Yeah. We'll say it again.
But that means it's the end of the show. Yeah. Thank you very much for staying in for a pint with Kieran
and Ethan.
And either we'll see you next week, or we'll see you at the end of the year, beginning of the new year.
If we don't, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and if we don't, Happy New Year as well.
See you later.
Cheers.